Here's Al, JC, Jenna, and Kelly. It's the Kid Craddock Morning Show.
Well, we were just talking about group shots and who the hot one in the group is. If you took a group shot now, the obvious hot one in the group would happen to be Alex Pettyfer, who's joining us in studio right now.
Hey.
Thank you very much for having
Definitely
me.
the hot one in the group.
Yeah, totally. You win.
Boy, he knows how to wear a beret so much better than you do, Big Al.
Oh, dog, let the man say hello before you start insulting me. Jeez.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she's been
You know
squealing
what?
about you all
He's got the
morning.
beard. He's got the hat. If you put
He's
a pair of
got the
fake
white.
glasses on him, he'd be the White Owl.
He'd be Big Al.
He would.
He's like the good-looking version of you, Al.
Yeah, right?
That's crazy.
The younger, newer model.
But do say good morning to Alex Pettyfer.
Thank you very much for having me.
That is not how your last name is pronounced, right?
No.
No.
It should be
Because
purred.
you're British, right?
Yeah.
There's no Spanish tongue rolling.
No.
My last name is actually French.
Okay.
Ooh, what does it mean in Francais?
I don't know. In Latin, it means iron foot.
Ironfoot?
Yeah.
Fine.
Oh, dude,
For
I'd
some
go
reason,
by that.
on you, that's sexy.
That has nothing to do with fur.
Yeah.
I'd go by that, dude. I'd go by Ironfoot. Yeah. What's up, Ironfoot?
You could be like Iron Man's sidekick.
Chilling.
Well, really excited to have you. I mean, really excited to have you in studio this morning because I happened to see your movie Endless Love last night, which one of the perks of the jobs, you get to sneak peek in it. And I'm not going to lie to you, Alex. I loved it.
Oh, thank you so
I
much.
loved it. I'm telling you, I love everything teen romance. I was a big, if Saved by the Bell's on, I'm going to watch it. If a teen romance movie comes out, I'm going to watch it. And it really is a perfect teen romance movie.
Yeah, I love those kind of movies like Love Actually and Bridget Jones, and I can't believe I'm admitting this on air.
Are you a crier, though? Do you cry in these movies?
I have a little tear, yeah. I mean, why not?
What movie's going to for sure make you cry every time?
What
movie?
Yeah.
What movie? Bambi.
That's a sad one.
Yes.
Get me.
You know when
That's
Bambi's
sad.
mom's like...
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's Bodyguard, but I understand what you're saying.
Isn't it weird, Al? Because if we say Bambi, all the girls listening would be like, oh, those guys are wusses. But
Yeah, but you're
Alex
not
Pettyfer
Alex
says Bambi, and they're like,
Pettyfer.
oh, he's so in touch with his feminine side.
And a lot of people think this is the remake of the movie with Brooke Shields, but this is not a remake.
this is a remake.
No, they said it's not this based on. It's not the same storyline.
Oh no, it's similar. You know, the thing is that with the old movie, I think the subject that they touched on was very controversial in its time, and I think that the remake that we've made is a lot lighter and much more fun, and it's definitely something that you can go and see on Valentine's Day and not feel too overwhelmed. It's just a fun, cool movie.
Well,
It's a Romeo and Juliet type story.
Yeah.
But they survive.
Yeah.
Did I ruin it?
Oh,
Kelly, I thought he died at the end.
well, see, though, that's better because this comes out on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
And I don't want to go see a movie alone on Valentine's Day.
Especially when there's like death and
or
stuff.
really that's about love either. I don't.
Okay, well maybe
I'll be
Jenna
the day.
shouldn't be there.
I'll go Saturday. I'm gonna skip Valentine's and I'm gonna go the next day so I don't feel bad.
But what I love about you, Alex, is I think you are single-handedly bringing us away from the teen heartthrob that's skinny, pale, and those scrawny little vampires. You're
Calling him
bringing
fat?
back the manly teen heartthrob,
Oh, thank
and I
you.
appreciate that.
Oh, I bet down south you do.
Yeah.
What?
Whoa, wait a minute.
Yeah.
That
Can go either way.
By the way, I just realised that had a double pun to it.
Yeah, right? Yeah, that's what I was
Way
wondering.
too
Whoa.
early for this.
We'll take the second meaning of that.
Do your homeboys go see your movies? I mean, when you're just shaking and gyrating and doing love scenes and all that, do you have any problem getting your boys to go see your movies?
They don't even know what I do. They have no idea what I do at all.
You didn't get the fellas together to go watch Magic Mike?
No, all my mates are back in England. I come back and they're like, "Oh, what do you do out in America, man?" And I was like,
probably
"Oh, I
bad.
don't know. I just wander around, do nothing."
Backpacking through the States.
Backpacking through the States. I'm on a gap year.
It's a great gig.
Take holiday.
It's a great gig. Do you have a permanent home in the States, or is England still your permanent home?
No, I live in England and LA. I like,
Duels.
yeah, my family are back in England, so I miss them terribly when I'm out here, so I try and get back as much as possible.
Yeah.
Are you like friends with Harry Styles and stuff?
No.
Oh, see, that would
Not
just
that-
We think
that would blow my mind.
All British people know each other.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, all black people know each other, so yeah, I understand that.
Yeah.
Do you ever have aspirations of being in a boy band like certain other guys in this room?
If I
got
could
one.
sing, or if I could even dance, I mean, it's a little embarrassing if you watch Magic Mike. I kind of waddle, and everyone thinks that I can dance, but I
Oh
can't.
no, you pulled it off.
Yeah, you did.
I
It was
watched
like
it.
the effort. You don't know. I mean, no girl really wants a guy that can no offense, JC, that can like get totally naked and dance out of control. Like we like the effortless, like
Right.
I'm cool, but I'm gonna go with it, and
I'm just going to happen to take my shirt off now.
But you and JC would get into it. I mean,
I'm
y'all-
trying too hard. They say.
Yeah.
Can we bring up a little bit behind the mic?
Yep.
Do you remember what happened about 2 minutes ago before we came on the air when JC casually mentioned
JC,
that he's an actor as
go ahead.
well?
No, I did not mention I was an
I don't
actor
know how
at
the
all.
conversation turned to. I had just walked in the room. You're talking about getting pulled over by a cop or
Yeah,
something?
Yes, and JC said, much like the time I got pulled over when I was covered in fake blood from my part.
That's not how I said it.
In the movie.
Was that how I
I
said it,
too
Alex?
am a thespian.
Alex has a bottle of water that it looks like vodka, right?
Yes.
A little bit, and he thought it was alcohol. So
Oh,
we
don't
said,
explain it. It takes all the fun out
Yeah,
of
it
it,
takes all
JC.
the fun out of it.
Oh, you're making me look like a DB. I'm not trying to be a DB.
You know what? JC is just starting out on his acting career. He's got one part under his belt. Do you have any advice you give to young, good-looking men who are choosing to follow in your footsteps?
Even though he's older than you.
Yeah, I'm older. I'm way older than
He's
you.
way older than you.
I'm like over the prime. There's no way.
What is your advice?
I guess just, I mean,
Get lucky.
yeah.
Is it it's
I have
luck?
no advice. I am the luckiest man alive. I literally am so lucky to be able to do what I do. It's there's a lot of people out there that are 10 times more talented than I am and don't get the opportunity, and it upsets me because there are great actors out there. But yeah, I'm a very lucky man.
See, he's a really nice dude too.
Yeah.
So you're not conceited yet.
Yes.
One more movie.
movie.
Give me one or two more movies. I'll tell you how it is on February 14th if it's open.
Right.
Hey,
I'm
speaking
telling
of,
you, it's really, I'm not just saying this because he's in the room. I would be, in a very nice way, I would tell you that I didn't like it. But I really liked it. I'm telling you,
thank
I went in kind of thinking it was going to be schlocky, and it wasn't. It was just a beautiful story, and I loved your character.
Thank you.
David. And I love the girl, Olivia, who is your, is that her name, the co-star in the movie? with you?
Gabriella.
Gabriella. Why did I get
Wilde.
Because
Olivia?
her last name is Wild.
Wild, that's what it is.
Yeah, Olivia
and
Wilde.
she's just all like this gangly
Beautiful.
teenager coming of age movie, and it was just perfect. I think the casting was perfect all the way through.
Yeah.
are you comfortable filming those kinds of scenes, love scenes, and making out? You prefer that?
It's so weird that you say that. It's because you think that those scenes are going to turn out to be something different than what they are,
Yeah,
and then you
something
get
different in your head.
Yeah, and then you get in the room and you're trying to be sensual and trying to make a love
But
scene.
you're also only supposed to be 18.
and
Yeah.
but then there's like 12 other guys like standing there with like lights and cameras
Yeah.
like, just watching you and
Because I'll be honest, for her first time, she seemed to know what was going on. You know what I'm saying?
She's a little well versed.
by the way,
living.
on the poster it says say goodbye to innocence. What you don't realize is it's my innocence that she's taking away.
Maybe I assumed too
That's
much.
the twist in the movie.
Well, there was an interesting line in the movie which was just setting up for what was to come. And she looks at you and says, "Let's be young and dumb just for tonight." So we thought we'd play a little game with you if that's all right,
Let's do
Alex.
it.
Oh, let's
You
play a
seem
game.
Like, you seem like a fun game kind of guy. We're going to play for celebrities who are either young, dumb, or young and dumb.
Oh, God.
You get to
All
decide
right,
what
and
they
you
are.
get to
Alex.
decide if they're just young,
You can lean. You can.
I'm
they're
going to get
just
into
dumb,
serious
No.
trouble
or they're
with
young
this.
and dumb.
No.
First
make
one,
you look
Alex
bad.
Pettyfer.
Yeah, Alex Pettyfer.
Alex Pettyfer, young, dumb, or young and dumb?
Young and dumb.
All right. Okay, right now in the news, you got Justin Bieber egging, chewing on strippers' breastises. Is that young, dumb, or young and dumb?
My favorite, actually, I have to say this. It's so funny. Someone asked Ozzy Osbourne, so you're an old rock star. What is it like for these young guys like Justin Bieber coming up? And he goes, I can't swear.
Yeah.
No, yeah, don't swear.
Keep yourself.
He goes, is Justin Bieber.
Oh, you didn't even know?
He didn't even know who Justin Bieber was.
He doesn't know who he is.
How were you able to make out what Ozzy Osbourne was saying?
That's what I was wondering.
You just kind of take a guess.
I'm
at his
English.
cussing.
Yeah.
So you think he's just kind of young and dumb, or just going through a phase?
I just think he's young, and I think it's so hard for anyone to grow up in a business that you have attention on you, and we all make mistakes.
Well, he's 19, and
And all the money in the world.
again,
Yeah.
if you had a camera around us when we were 19 and we had all that money, what would we be doing?
Exactly.
So I think you're going on record as saying just young.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just young.
All right.
Kelly, who's your next?
Well, I was wondering how you feel about Farrah Abraham. Do you keep up
There's
with?
no way he knows who that is.
I don't even know who that is.
Do you watch over in England? Is there a lot of the reality shows here popular there, like Teen Mom?
I don't watch reality TV.
Really?
No.
That's for the
Except
best.
Top Gear.
What's Top Gear?
What's Top Gear?
I love how every guy in the room
can't-
goes,
Yeah, Top Gear.
What's Top Gear?
Oh, it's about, what is it about,
Oh,
Alex?
JC doesn't know.
It's got to be about cars.
It's about cars, right? And
Yeah.
souping them up and all that good
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
See, look at that.
I like that.
Yeah, because
Oh,
you wanted
that's
to be a
right.
race car driver, you
Yeah, I
said,
did.
right?
Yeah.
And you have been in some very serious accidents,
No,
young
I
man.
haven't. Do you know what's
You
so-
said you broke your collarbone.
So funny. So when no one has anything to write about, they write about absolute nonsense. So yesterday, I'm like in the middle of the press, and I get like 40 emails going, "Hey man, are you all right? Are you in hospital?" I was like, "What?" And I was like, "No." To every single one, I was like, "Why?" They're like, "Oh, we heard that you like crashed and on your motorbike." And I look up the and I very rarely look up myself, and I look up and it says that I crashed and like broke my collarbone, and that
Oh,
is
wow.
absolutely not true.
You
That
look
never
great
happened.
today.
I mean, if I crash, it says I crashed at 160 miles an hour, and I'm telling you now, if
You
you crash it,
supposedly told that to British Cosmopolitan.
Yeah, it said you've crashed like 4 times at 160 miles per hour.
I have never said
and
that.
you've got the need for speed.
Dude, you need to go with that story.
I know.
You get you so many chicks. Yeah, I broke my collarbone, but I'm going to be okay, baby.
You know, the only bad thing about I would go with the story, but it upsets my mom. My mom calls me up and then doesn't want me to ride my motorbike, and I'm like, guys, I'm already having trouble trying to ride my bike around without my mom telling me I'm not allowed to, and it's just making this even worse for me. But I don't go fast unless it's on a track, and I think that's a message for everyone out there.
Yeah.
You know?
Go on
Only
the
on a
track.
professional track.
Yeah, on a professional track where you have space to go off and not get injured and really push the limits. And I think that you have to be safe on the
Yeah,
road.
because you got to protect that face and body.
Yeah,
Well, you wear a helmet, right?
Yeah, I wear a helmet, and my dad, I loved speed as a kid, and my dad was very sensible in taking me to the track and differentiate between the road and the racetrack. So I'm very very lucky. With
Now that
kind
you're
of
making
stuff.
Hollywood money, have you bought yourself a cool car?
I got a 1969 Ford Mach 1. And
Oh,
then
nice.
And a Ducati, according to that
Yeah.
article.
You do have a Ducati?
I got a Ducati.
So at least they
Sport.
got something right
Yeah,
in the article.
yeah, they got one thing right.
What is the biggest lie that's going on? You obviously don't keep that much up with your own press, but has there been some lie that you're just like, seriously, I need to dispute that?
No, I literally, people will say whatever they got to say. I understand media and I understand how it works, and there's no such thing as good media where like people are like, oh, he's such a nice guy and he just rides around on his motorbike, and no one wants to hear that. They want to hear I'm crashing and
Yeah.
like.
So you are dating Kendall Jenner.
Oh no, I'm dating Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah, you heard it here first. Alex Pettyfer
That's
is
the
dating
rumor.
Jimmy Fallon.
See, that's
Okay,
good.
magazine.
Somebody change his
Plan for him.
Wikipedia right now.
Right,
Update
right.
that status.
Yeah.
There's also rumors flying around about your tattoos.
Okay.
Because you said
How many do you have?
You're one of. I have a lot of tattoos too.
Oh, wow.
You never get a name of an ex or a girl or anything, because that will ruin things.
Yeah.
And there's your Wikipedia page says that you have a couple tattoos in honor of some ex-girlfriends. Is that's completely false, right?
Have we learned nothing from Johnny Depp? You don't do that.
I have no names of any people on my body.
Okay, that's
Just
good.
experiences and
No,
time frames.
Just things that I've experienced in my life.
What's
So it could
the
be
33 on your?
That's my lucky number, and it's also the first time I ever won in a race car. That was the number of the car.
Yeah, I
that
got my lucky number on my arm too. You want to rub them together?
Oh, that's
my
weird.
God, that got
No, he's
creepy.
married.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
That is so creepy that
just
you
turned
did
into
that,
38.
JC.
Yeah.
What is
We
that?
just rubbed
And
two
I was
lucky
worried I
numbers.
was going to embarrass myself.
What?
By the way, listen, he knows how to do it in Hollywood. Rub up on someone and you get in the job.
When do I start, Alex?
Yeah, you've been the next endless love.
I mean, I will have to all admit, I have been very on my best behavior.
You have.
You have been
Very
good.
proud
I
of
know.
you.
We
Thank
sometimes
you.
get worried about
I
her.
don't want to be creepy cougar today.
He's
Why
old,
not?
He's old enough.
Why not? I love a little bit of a flirt.
What were you saying about Alex's hair?
It's
Tousled.
perfectly tousled in the movie. It's just like falls, like you didn't even try. It's so perfect.
Oh God.
Did you try?
No, listen, there's a producer on the movie called Pam, and I literally every single day she would come up to me, and if she was hearing this, she'd laugh, and was obsessed with my hair.
Oh, she
and
should be.
And was like, even to like the finest hair, making sure it was in the right place. And so every morning I would come in, she'd do my hair, and I'd come out, and I'd just put my hands through it and absolutely mess it up, and she would go nuts, absolute nuts.
You're such a rebel.
I'm such a rebel.
He is a rebel.
Yeah, when they ask me, "Are you a bad boy?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm a bad boy."
Look at this.
I mess up my
mess up
makeup.
my hair.
Man, I need to get his accent. That
Hey,
just
you
sounded
have
so
an
much
accent.
cooler.
JC, that's all you're missing.
The accent.
That's it. The accent in a movie role.
Do you ever?
Yeah, and the talent. The whole talent thing.
I need a lot of things still.
Talent thing.
When they tell you got to speak with an American accent, is that hard for you to do in movies?
It was hard for a period of time when I was younger, and then I just mastered the prank call.
Yeah.
And that's how I would do my prank calls, is an American accent.
What kind of prank calls would you do?
I'm not going to go into that.
Prank.
Can you break us off a little bit? A little bit of a prank call? I'll pick up the phone.
No,
JC.
you do your British for him, because that's what you need to work on.
You're from Windsor.
What's that?
Are you from Windsor? from England.
You sound like you're constipated.
I am. I was wondering if you knew. Do you know where the loo is?
By the way, it's called the toilet.
It is a toilet.
The toilet.
How come people call it the loo?
Dude, nobody but you.
What language is that?
I thought it was the loo in England.
No, we call it the bog.
The bog?
That's a slang.
Well, I'm sorry.
Bog here is what you eat. You eat chicken bog.
You know
We
you
do.
eat chicken ball.
So you're eating chicken crap.
I guess so.
That's basically what you're doing.
Well, it's exciting to have you in studio. And I'm telling you, Endless Love is going to be the perfect Valentine's Day movie, not just for teenagers, for young adults, too. I don't know if my parents would. Well, my parents might dig it, too. But I loved it.
Thank you
Endless
so much.
Love. Ticket all the way.
And single girls, it won't make them upset.
Yeah.
Well, I'm single. I'm going with my mum this year, so.
It's going to make you want that feeling of falling in love again that you miss. You know, you even like the adults in the movie are inspired by the young love between these two, and it makes you want to recapture that in your own life. And
All
I
right.
think that's a beautiful thing.
You and me, JC. Movie night.
That's awkward.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks so much,
Give
Alex
it up
Pettyfer.
for
It was great having you in
Alex
here.
Pettyfer.
Thank you, Alex.
Endless Love in theaters Valentine's Day.